Hello and welcome to day two. Day two already. Can you believe it? So how are you getting on with your journal, your daily journal? Have you downloaded it yet? Have you printed it out? Are you using it yet? Um, I'm going to take a guess and say that so many will have looked at the email, thought that looks like a good idea, and then not done anything with it. And I'm not judging. I'm absolutely not judging because this is exactly what I did when I first discovered journaling and what it was all about and how it could help me. It felt a little bit woo-woo that if I just got in touch with my thoughts and my feelings, that my business would somehow go from here to here. And it wasn't until, because I everything for me has to be proven. It has to be founded in some kind of research or science of some nature. And it wasn't until I started reading up on how this works and how it impacts your mindset and moving forward and being productive, etc., that I thought, actually, I need to give this a go because there's something in this. And I was reading about all these famous people, all these CEOs, all these people who've been really successful, who started their morning with a strict routine, but they also journaled as well. And I was reading something about Oprah, she was talking about it. I was thinking, okay, Oprah's quite successful. So if it works for Oprah, then maybe I need to give it a try. And that's when everything changed. That's when I first started going, okay, let's give this a go. That's when things completely transformed. And it took some time, don't get me wrong, it didn't happen overnight. I had to be consistent and I had to keep going and I had to keep doing it for me to be able to be more productive, get control of my mindset, get control of my day. But to start seeing results in my life and in my business. So there's going to be a leap of faith and an element of you guys trusting me that this stuff works, okay? And if nothing else, just humour me, just give it a go, commit for the next 30 days to doing it, because I guarantee you are going to see results not only in your business but in your life as well, okay? So today I want to talk about self-doubt, because this is something that has plagued my life for what feels like forever. Now, I'm not saying that I have found the secret sauce or the magic pill that takes away self-doubt, that makes you feel invincible, that makes you feel confident and full of self-belief, and you never have limiting beliefs, you never have that negative internal chatter ever again. That's not possible, okay? That's not how our brains and our minds are programmed and hardwired. And I talk a lot about that over in my Facebook group, which is called Yes You Can, which I would love you to go over and join. There's loads of free training in there about how your mind works and how that influences how you think and how you behave and your overall success and happiness. So go and check all of that out. But that's not how our brains are hardwired. They're hardwired to focus on surviving, which means that they have to focus automatically, autopilot thinking on the negative, the danger, so that it can always keep you safe. So, there are days when things knock me and I think, oh crikey, like, can I do that? Am I really cut out for this? Am I the expert? Can I really transform the lives of women in their business? So you have to have the tools that pull you back, because otherwise it'll derail you, and it won't derail you for a matter of minutes. It'll derail you for hours, for days, for weeks. And it can derail you so much that you can take this idea, this thing you were so passionate about, the thing that you were making work, your business, and it can make you completely doubt yourself. And you go, do you know what? I'm going to return back to that horrible 9 to 5, that horrible corporate job that I vowed never to return to. It can make that seem really appealing again. So self-doubt is really defined as a lack of confidence in yourself and your abilities. And there are various traps of self-doubt that you can quite easily fall into if you're not careful. Excuse me. So the first thing to do with anything to do with confidence or self-doubt is to become aware of when it's happening. Once you become aware of when it's happening, what the triggers are, what the feelings are, you can stop that before it derails you, before it robs you of an hour, a week, a month, robs you completely of your dream. So I'm going to talk through four traps of self-doubt and things to look out for so that you can immediately recognize when this is happening to you, so that then you have the power to decide, because everything we do is our decision. We decide how we think, we decide how we behave. Everything is in our control. And once you start realizing that these are not okay. Emotions will happen to you. They will come and go, but you get to decide how you react to them. You get to decide how they impact you. And the first key to that is identifying what those feelings are, what those traps are, what those behaviors, those self-sabotaging behaviors that you are doing that are stopping you from taking your business to the next level, or making more money, or getting more clients, or having more time to spend with the kids. Whatever it is, whatever your why is, why you set up your business. So the first trap of self-doubt is hesitating. And I personally have probably, at some time or other, and still now occasionally, have fallen into all four of these traps, some more than others, and you will recognize which traps you fall into. But hesitating is one of the biggest. So things to look out for is you constantly feel uncertain. Are you making the right decisions? Is that the right thing to do? Is that the right thing to say? There's something that you really want to do in your business, and these strategies apply to life as well, not just business. But there's something in your business that you really want to do, that you know you need to do as part of your strategy or your marketing plan, that will take your business to the next level. It will give you all of that, everything you deemed successful, it will give you that. And there's something that you need to do, but you're not doing it. And you sit there and you overthink, and you think about it, and it goes around your head, and you ruminate, and you keep asking yourself the same questions, and you do some research. You might go on the internet, have a look at something, read a book, decide you need to do a training course before you're ready. And then before you know it, it's too late to take any action, and you've completely missed that opportunity because you've hesitated, you've waited too long. And this form of self-doubt, is hesitating, makes you really indecisive, and you really struggle to make a decision because you're overthinking. It feels like there's no answer, so you have to keep going around in circles, and you never make a decision. Another thing to look out for is when you really want to say something, yet you stop yourself. You hesitate. You don't say that thing. Maybe you think people will laugh at you, or they'll think you're stupid, or they won't think you're an expert by what you're saying, so you don't say anything. And one of the real biggies, this was my massive giveaway that I knew this is the trap I fell into, was constantly seeking validation from others. This was huge for me. So anything I did in my business, I would ask 3 or 4 people, probably more, what they thought. Now, I wasn't asking people who were in my industry. I wasn't asking people who were other coaches or knew about confidence or mindset or, anything to do with the mind. These were just random people. These were just friends and family. I don't call them random people, but there were no connection to my industry. They had no idea what I was talking about. They didn't have the knowledge I had. But yet I was asking them if what I was doing was right. And firstly, what is the use in that? They've got no idea whether it's right or wrong. But keep constantly asking for validation, to making sure that you're doing something right, is a massive giveaway that you are hesitating. Because while you're asking everybody for their opinion on, should I do this, should I do that, oh, please tell me I'm doing the right thing, you're not taking any action. You're not doing the things you know you should be doing, that you've been told 10 times that you need to do. You're not doing those things. So as a result, your business isn't growing. Then you start to doubt yourself because you think, am I cut out for this because my business is not growing? It's nothing to do with your ability. It's to do with the fact that you're not taking any action. You're not doing the things you need to do because you're hesitating. The next one, which links very closely to hesitating, is hiding. Again, a massive area that I fell into, a massive trap that I fell into. And you hide because you're scared of rejection. So this, for me, manifested itself in ways such as raising my prices. So when I first started, I was the cheapest coach going. I would never dare raise my prices because I was thinking, people they'll say no. They won't want to work with me at that price. It was the price I should have been charging. So I would never ask my clients for more money. I wouldn't show up at networking events. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about what I did. I certainly wouldn't do any talks or presentations. And things like Facebook Lives, I would hide and not do for months and months and months because I was scared that people would reject me, or they would think what I was saying was wrong, or they wouldn't be interested, or they wouldn't like me. So you avoid doing something. You avoid doing the very thing that you know you should be doing. So for me, it was all about being more visible and getting people to know who I was. The best way for me to do that, and I'm sure if you've done all of these strategy courses and marketing courses, you'll know that increasing your visibility, getting out there, getting people to know who you are and to like you, increases the chance that they want to work with you, which will obviously increase how your business grows, the money you make, etc., etc. But I was too scared, so I would hide and I would constantly doubt myself. My level of self-doubt would be so high that I would convince myself that the outcome would be negative. So if I did do a Facebook Live, well, I'd probably mess up. I'd probably fluff my words. I'd probably talk a load of rubbish, and people would think, who the hell's she? I don't want to work with her. So I wouldn't do it. And again, validation, this validation piece comes back in, that you seek validation before you do anything. Should I do a Facebook Live? Should I raise my prices? Should I do that presentation? Should I go to that networking event? And you constantly ask people, what do they think? And if there is any sort of criticism, because let's face it, not everybody is going to like my style of coaching. Not everybody is going to like me. As much as it pains me, there'll be people that don't like me. I'm just not their cup of tea. And over the years, I've learned that that's okay, because there's people I don't necessarily like. It's not because they've done anything wrong. We just don't gel. They're different people. They've got different outlooks on life. They've got different interests. It's not that they're bad people. They're just not my cup of tea. And that's absolutely fine. But when you fall into the trap of hiding, that self-doubt trap of hiding, you take that rejection personally. The third trap of self-doubt is being hypercritical. Okay. you fixate on what could go wrong. So if I do a Facebook Live, this'll happen, this'll happen, this'll happen. If I try and launch a new product, this'll happen, this'll happen. And you go over past failures over and over again. Well, last time I did it, this happened. Last time I did it, this is what people said. This was the feedback. It was rubbish. You go over and over and over again. And what that does is give you a list of a load of excuses of why you shouldn't try it again. You convince yourself that things won't work out this time because they didn't before. The final one is helplessness. So you feel completely at a loss. Your self-doubt makes you feel like a victim. You constantly tell yourself that things never go right for you, so why bother? You feel like nothing is in your control, so again, why bother? So you don't do the things that you need to do in life or your business that will take it forward because you're a victim. And nothing ever goes right, and life's unfair, and bad things always happen to you. So if you're demonstrating any of those 4 traps of self-doubt, you're hesitating, you're hiding, you're being hypercritical, you're feeling helpless, that's gonna start impacting how successful you are. All of that self-doubt, if you don't step out of those traps, if you don't push yourself to be visible, to stop hesitating, to flip your thinking on being hypercritical and turning your thinking around of you're not a victim anymore, you're someone in control of your business. If you don't do that, yes, your business is gonna stagnate. You're not gonna grow, which in turn is going to chip away your confidence and your self-belief, which is going to make you think that you're not cut out for this, you're not good at this, having your own business isn't for you, and you'll conclude that you're not very good at whatever it is that you do, whatever service you provide. You'll conclude that, oh, it's because I'm not very good at that, when actually it's nothing to do with that. You're brilliant at what you do. What you're not good at right now, what you're not good at yet, is controlling this, is controlling your mindset and how you think, how you feel, the beliefs that you hold that are guiding you, that are influencing your behaviors and your actions, which in turn are impacting how successful your business is. So today, your challenge is to use your journal to start making a note of all of this. It's so important to look for patterns and triggers of, write down times and examples when you're demonstrating one or all 4 of those self-doubt traps, okay? And look at what's happening, what's caused that trigger, what's caused you to hesitate, what were you doing? Look at the feelings behind it. What's the fear? Because that's what we really need to get to. What is it you are scared of? Because again, once you understand that, you can then start doing something about it. If you're struggling with this, okay, I want you to get in touch. You don't have to do this alone. I am here to support you, okay? I've been through this myself. I know exactly what it feels like. I know exactly how it feels when you're battling against the gremlins that are going on in here. We can sort these so easy. So reach out, get in touch, either reply to this email, send me a direct message, or head over to the Facebook group and ask as many questions as you can in there. The other ladies will be there to support you, and I'll be there to answer all of your questions. But I hope you found that useful, and watch out for tomorrow's training video. I can't wait.